Marvel Rivals matchmaking is rigged. Aside from the obvious, you have stacked teams versus solo teams. Solo being individual players versus stacked, which is a group of players who are communicating with each other to play, right? You have an advantage inherently by that coordination. But even besides that, the game itself is designed to be rigged for certain outcomes. So they can keep track of your stats, your data while you play the game. So the developers know who is your main character or main characters and who is the strongest, who are you best with, and they know who that character synergizes with. And because the game requires basically tank, healer, and DPS, they can balance that. And you need to have a combination of strong players in each of those roles. And if they want you to win, they can have you have good synergy with your team, in which case your team is going to be amazing. You're going to probably steamroll the other team. Or you can have a team where there isn't good synergy, and the intended outcome is that you're going to lose. Like, the team has no one who is a natural healer, so you have no good healer in your team, and then you lose, right? Now, why would a game want players to lose? So the matchmaking is actually based on not who is the most competitive and pairing up the most competitive players with each other on the same skill level. It's about keeping players playing the longest. And they realize that some players will stay on longer if they lose. So if you have a losing streak, a lot of players now have a lot of long losing streaks. If they know that you'll play after you lose and lose and lose and you just keep playing, then they'll make you lose. And it does have a loser's queue, allegedly a loser's queue in Marvel Rivals. So you lose and they just keep putting you in matches that they know you will lose. They want you to lose because they want other players to win, and those are the ones who respond well to winning. And if they lose, they might log off. If they win, they keep playing and they might spend money on the game. So that's the biggest problem in Marvel Rivals matchmaking, is that they choose who they want to win. It's almost predetermined before. And in some cases, you can carry the game if you're exceedingly good. Some rules you might be able to carry. I think DPS might be the best if you're like levels over everyone else that you're playing in the other team, right? But you need to be very, very good. So it's stacked against you anyway. And that's another problem with matchmaking is it's smurfs. So smurfing is where you have a player that is a higher level, but they drop down to the lowest level to level up apparently again, right? What that means is that their skill level is so much higher than the lower level players that they steamroll, they win everybody, right? And you go on a win streak and you're like, yeah, it's easy to win, right? It's easy to win. You're just bad. That's why you're losing. But their skill level is just high. A lot of people just play the game all day. Sometimes for some of them, it's their job. And they win. And they win at the expense of the average player who doesn't spend a lot of time playing the game. So those guys lose and they are not happy, but the Smurfs, they win. They get win streaks. They get to stream and show off that they're so good. But yeah, that's a problem, like, because you have players that are unhappy, and then I assume at some point, if you want to keep the same Smurf account, you need to have it drop back to a low level when you reach the high levels, right? And the only way to do that is kind of throw games. And I've seen characters like do nothing in games, and they would go AFK or just play badly and lose. And so that's just ruins the experience for everybody. So Marvel Rivals matchmaking is actually meant to keep you playing long. It's meant for engagement and not for competitive play. So yeah, Marvel Rivals matchmaking is rigged.